Okay, so back in January, I put a poll on Twitter asking my followers which artists I should cover next between Sean Kingston and Iggy Azalea. I thought it would be close, but no, Kingston won with over 70% of the vote. So I guess I'll have to get to Iggy some other time.
You're way too beautiful, girl.
Sean Kingston has probably had the biggest amount of hits of all the artists I've covered so far. Without even looking them up, I can name 4 or 5 songs he was released between 2007 and 2010, but after that he just vanished. What become of our favorite reggae-esque pop star of the late 2000s? Well, let's find out. Whatever happened to Sean Kingston?
Am all these beautiful girls?
Sean Kingston was born Keyshawn Paul Anderson in 1990 in Miami, Florida, but raised in Kingston, Jamaica from a young age. Yes, that's where he got his name. Grandson of reggae record producer Jack Ruby, who passed away a year before he was born, and this guy apparently had a pretty hard upbringing, including homelessness, crime, jail, but then got into music. After doing some performing and posting videos to YouTube, he was discovered by Matt Tobin of Beluga Heights Records, the same label behind acts like Jason Derulo and Iaz. Remember Iaz?
Every day's like my eyeballs stuck on replay.
He technically has more than one hit, but no one remembers the other 2, so I'll just leave him to that other music reviewer who does one-hit wonders. So in 2007, at the very young age of 17, Kingston released his first single.
Damn all these beautiful.
No, before that, we got something called Colors featuring Rick Ross and The Game.
Miami, colors.
California, yeah.
Well, this is certainly a good intro for this guy. Well, he released his self-titled album and put out the first single called Beautiful Girls.
Damn all these beautiful girls. They only wanna do you dirt.
So I didn't know this, but apparently this was a pretty controversial song when it came out, which you wouldn't guess from such an upbeat sounding song. But it was all because of just one line in the chorus.
Oh, way too beautiful, girl. That's why it'll never work. You have me suicidal when you say it's over.
Okay, Sean, don't kill yourself over a girl. There are plenty of fish in the sea. Yeah, the reference to suicide actually got this banned in Ireland, which is why sometimes you hear this version.
They'll have you in denial when they say it's over.
I don't know why, but somehow that sounds more sinister. Like instead of just accepting and being sad, he refuses to believe it when she breaks it off. But yeah, this song's actually a little more dark than I remember.
It was back in 99, watching movies all the time. Ooh, and I went away for doing my first crime.
Excuse me?
And I went away for doing my first crime.
What crime did you commit? Yeah, I mentioned he did crimes as a kid, but I didn't think that would be part of the song. Also, he was 9. What hardcore crimes is he doing that he has to go to jail for at 9 years old?
Damn all these beautiful girls. They only wanna do you dirt.
What? Wrong. Bad. There are other one-syllable words you could have used. Well, this song went all the way to #1, and despite my mockery, I do like it. It's catchy, and I have a lot of nostalgia for it. That said, my personal favorite of his hits is the second single, Me Love. This song is fantastic. It's just a really sad song about being young and in love, and then that loved one has to move away and how lonely you feel.
Now I'm sitting in a chair with no one here, and I'm feeling all alone.
Although why did every music video have these split screens like this back then? This, Hey There Delilah, Bad Day. Was 24 really that popular?
Somebody come and take me away.
It only reached number 14, but yeah, I love this one. To me, this is his signature song. The third single did a little better, reaching number 7, called Take You There.
Or we can move to the slums where killers get hung. Shorty, I could take you there.
Wait, killers get hung? Why would I want to go to the slums?
We could take a trip to the hood. It's no problem, girl, it's my city. I could take you there.
No, I don't want to go to the fucking hood. There are killer leprechauns there. Honestly, of his hits, this is the one I always forget about. It's alright, but mostly nothing special. The final single was called There's Nothing, which peaked at number 60, and I don't remember at all. By the way, the other two in this song are Elan, member of the Latin group the DEY, and Jules Santana, who had a couple hits in 02. It's alright, I guess. Rest of the album's okay. I kinda like the song Dry Your Eyes, a nice little song to his mom and how much he loves her and how he made it. Although it kind of hits a little different now. We'll get to that. In 07, he was in a Natasha Bedingfield song called Love Like This that peaked at number 11.
Never find a love like this. That still made me think about my middle school kids.
Maybe a love duet between a 25-year-old and a 17-year-old isn't a great look, but besides that, decent song. And I'll just say this right now, he's featured in a lot of other people's songs. Most of them acts I've never heard of, some I have, like Flo Rida, Mims, Soulja Boy, and Sean Paul, but I do not have time to go into them. Let's just say none of them were hits. You know what was a hit? The lead single off his second album Tomorrow called Fire Burnin'.
Somebody call 911. Shawty fire burning on the dance floor. Whoa.
This song just gives off such 2008 energy, and besides Beautiful Girls is probably his most famous song, peaking at number 5. And yeah, I can't help but jam along to it too.
Somebody call 911. Shawty fire burning on the dance floor. Whoa.
You know, if we're going into another recession, can we bring recession pop back? The only other single off that album peaked at 61, and I do not remember it. It's called Face Drop.
Without you, baby. And now I see your face. Came by the window.
What are those things? Why do they turn into Xbox 360 avatars? Apparently this is Lil Sean, a part of a campaign by Epic Records, and all this is making me do is be thankful that Wild Grinders wasn't in CGI. Sounds pretty good though. The rest of the album's fun too. I really enjoyed War, Island Queen, and Ice Cream Girl, and a couple songs feature people like Wyclef Jean and Good Charlotte. His next single wouldn't come off one of his albums, but of some Canadian newcomer called Justin Bieber? Yeah, you remember this one.
You can't make up your mind. Please don't waste my time.
So let me make this clear. This is one of the dumbest songs of the 21st century, but goddamn, I love the hell out of it. Now, most songs from 2010 are gonna sound good to me because I was 17, but I just can't help but jam along to it.
You can't make up your mind.
Who would have thought that of the two, Justin would be the one whose career would continue, because this would be the last time Sean Kingston ever hit the top 20. He released two more non-album singles in 2010, this one peaking at number 36 called Letting Go.
Hey yo Sean, you Mr. Kingston.
Is that Nicki Minaj?
You say you have it, you wait and then some. Look how you go on and now your eyes, you're pretty and you're nice.
Yep, that is Nicki Minaj, just before she really started taking off, meaning this is the second song in a row where despite Sean being more famous at the time, the other one would go on to have a more successful career. Song's alright. Before we get to the next single, we have to go into Sean's ventures in acting. Remember when he was on The Sweet Life on Deck? Yeah, the season 3 episode Party On, where he falls for London, and Zach has to throw a surprise party for London, Maya, and Mosby.
Hey Zach, what's up? Have you seen London?
No, but there was a puppet show at 3 in the toddler lounge and she never misses those.
Thanks. You know, I always wanted to meet her, and now I can't stop thinking about her.
He is an awful actor. But during the credits, he sings his next single, Dumb Love.
Dum 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 be dooby dum 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 dum.
Thank God the SS Tipton comes with built-in auto-tune.
You break my heart, girl, and then you go get it fixed. I talked to one of my other girls just to make you jealous.
I love this song, and I would not have heard it, at least until now, had it not been for this show, because it only peaked at 84. By the way, Bruno Mars co-wrote this. After that, he had another single called Party All Night, Sleep All Day.
We like to sleep all day, party all night. This is how we like to live our life.
This might be the most 2010 song I've ever heard. The most dance party song in a year of dance party songs. I like it. He took a couple years off, coming back in 2012. One of his first singles back was of course Rum and Ray-Bans. I brought this up in my Cher Lloyd video, so I'll just take this time to say that of every act I've covered, Cher is so far the only one to release any singles after my video. They're called Head Down and Greenlight, and they're pretty good, give them a listen. In 2013, he released his third album and lead single called Back to Life. This song featuring... Yay. I don't hate it. I can see this being a hit, but it didn't chart on the Hot 100 at all. Sadly, the T.I. bump just wasn't enough. Maybe he needs someone more famous for his next song. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You wanted me to get
I guess Wiz Khalifa's fine, and to be fair, this song, named Beat It, is actually pretty fun. Although I never expected him to drop the N-word.
Your nigga, he's so bum and need to boost his self-esteem.
I mean, yeah, it's fine. I expect that from Wiz and Chris. It just feels off with him. But yeah, this one almost got into the top 50, but unfortunately, this would be the last time he ever scraped the Hot 100. As for the rest of the album, there's some standouts like Bamba, Smoke Signals, and Ayo, and the album keeps its fun vibe, although it's a bit more adult. There are a surprising amounts of women's butts and boobs in the videos. So, what's he been up to since? Well, in his personal life, he nearly died in a jet skiing accident in 2011 and has done some activism with the Do Something group to encourage kids to become more active in their communities. Also, whatever the hell this is for PETA.
I love it, man. I love dogs. They're so fun. They're outgoing. Their energy, you know what I'm saying? Just to be around them and just, you know, they're great. I love them. And your family member is outside, you know, roaming the street without a place to stay at. And that's how they should look at it. Is anything you can do and you like to do and you want to do, I mean, just do it out of your heart. And dogs are good, you know what I'm saying? They're friendly, they're cool, you know what I mean? It's good, you know, people, it's great to just be kind now in the world. So anything you can do, you know, it's a good thing. PETA, you know, Sean Kingston, it's a good look. So here I am.
What the hell are you talking about?
As for professionally, he's acted in a couple things, like a cab driver in the show called Body of Proof, and Dexter in an episode of Black Dynamite, where BD sends all the hoes on a hocation to Jamaica. Personally, I think Bermuda is a better place for a hocation, but that's just me.
If you're a woman who run a whole house, you're prudy. When the last time you let a man back up in front of your butt from the back?
He's right. Me and Dexter with it all night long.
We do? Oh yeah, we do. We fall in love at first, or is it at first sight? Me forget.
I'm actually surprised he's a better voice actor than live action. Usually it's the other way around. This episode is insane, by the way. Musically, he's been cranking out singles almost every year since 2015. I listened to them all, and they were kind of meh. I didn't hate them, but they started blending together. I really like this one called Wait Up from 2015.
I know I might drive you crazy sometimes. I can never let you go, you are mine. Whoa. Don't give my love to nobody.
Vibes Crazy from 2020 is pretty solid.
Vibes go crazy, there ain't any rules now. Let it all loose, yeah, we gonna act a fool now, yeah.
And 2021's Love is Wonderful as its charms. Interesting note, this features Travis Barker, the drummer of Blink-182. So between this and Mark Hoppus appearing on that Owl City song Dementia, all I need is for one of these artists to work with Tom DeLonge and I'll have the whole band. But yeah, it seems that like a lot of artists, once we hit the mid-2010s, the party was over. Bangers were over and it was all vibes now. He did release a full album called Road to Deliverance in 2022, and again, there's songs I liked, like Lucky Him I thought was really good, but a lot of the album feels like it's trying to be Bad Bunny. So if you're a huge fan of his stuff, maybe you'll like this. So, what has he been up to recently? Wire fraud.
New tonight, a guilty verdict in the federal fraud trial of singer Sean Kingston and his mother Janice Turner.
Yep, him and his mother were both charged with using his celebrity reputation to get free stuff from businesses, and actually just when I started writing this, they were both found guilty. Sean was put on house arrest until sentencing on July 11th, which, if I do this right, should be the day this comes out. Good luck, man. Well, that ended on a bitter note. Next time I'm doing someone I know more about. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
You have me suicidal, suicidal when they say